this is not enough for me. I gotta have more. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Well guys, it's been a long road and we're in the end game now. We really are. But I wanted to take time to reminisce because for me, this AMICO saga has been the best reality TV show ever. They should put this on Netflix, you know? This would put the Tiger King to shame. It really would. There's so many characters, so many moving parts here, that it's just really been an amazing journey. And I'm telling you, this reality show could save the AMICO. Somebody should be out there. John Alvarado, Tommy, Nick Richards. I'm telling you, this is something right here. People would tune into this. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Let me tell you, when I think about these last 2 years and everything that's gone down, it's been great, you know, from the meetups to people coming up with music, you know, people getting creative, the debates back and forth. I mean, it's just been nuts, you know, it's just been nuts. You know, I've always talked to Tony, and between both of us, I've always been the more optimistic one, I would say. And I think you would agree with me that I always had a little more hope in the talents of these people that they actually turned out to have. And you know, he was right. You know, if you would have asked me, right, in the beginning, when I was excited for this console, if you would have asked me that who would have had a better take on the company financially and its long-term future, right? If you'd have said, who has the better foresight in the economic future and economic health of this company? Is it all the insiders, you know, all the podcasters and all the people making videos and interviewing, you know, Tommy and everybody else? Or Darius Truxton and Tony? I wouldn't have thunk it, but they were closer to the truth than all the insiders, you know? And at some point as a supporter, you just have to laugh, you know? You just like, you know what? Take the L. Take the L with a smile because it's just fucking ridiculous. It really is. You know, just being so incompetent that your haters are telling you exactly what's going to happen, right? And you don't want to churn, you don't want to change, you don't want to do anything to the point that you prove them right. You know, how many meetings and discussions were had about what we're going to do here, what we're going to do there, and some guy smoking weed in Canada had better foresight than you. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at financials and doing this and maybe they can do this here, and if they sold NFTs and doing this and that and the other. And I'm coming up with ideas, you know, that I'm thinking I can give these people. And all the haters is like, no, fuck them, they're dead. And they were more right than I was, I can tell you that. And a lot more right than the supporters, right? But how the hell did we get here? I'm telling you, it's been a memorable reality show. You know, and I've always said that if they ever make a movie, the one person that I want to read the book about, right? If there's one person that can write a book, it's John Alvarado. He's going to know exactly what went wrong and when it went wrong, you know? You know, if I had to guess, you know, I mean, you have to do what your boss says, right? And I'm sure there's a couple of times where he was just like, you want to do what? Huh? You know, and you know, I really want to get that inside story of what was going on in there, you know. But as far as us, you know, there's a lot of supporters that'll say, you know what, it's not about only the games, it's about the friends that we made and yada yada yada. Yeah, you know what, I love the friends, okay, but I want my wood grain. Let me dream. I still have hope. Now, I know this console isn't for everybody, right? It's not for your typical folk. But that's not me. Look at this. This shit ain't normal. So I gotta have it, man. I gotta have it first so I can have the complete experience. It'd be like a trophy, man. A trophy of this whole period. You know, in television, AMICO has been the console of the pandemic. Far none. Even though it wasn't ever delivered. Whenever I think about this pandemic, I think about the AMICO and everything that went on. You know, the drama. You be tuning in every week. I mean, I know there's videos made now, guys, but you know, last year you had so much information going back and forth, people debating. It was beautiful. It was the best show on TV. You know, I don't really watch a lot of television. You know, I'll watch I watch Peacemaker now. I watch like Attack on Titan. And if I ever watch television, I actually watch like 70s and 80s shows on YouTube, to tell you the truth. But, you know, for me, this was almost like a replacement to The Office, you know? And I'm not a big reality show fan. I think that the only one that I ever got into back in the day was Jersey Shore, right? But for me, this has been really, really entertaining. You know, it's really entertaining because it's very interesting. Not only how a company with a great idea was run completely to the ground, right? But also all the people along the way, you know, that try to express their criticisms in different ways, right? There's a lot of eccentric people out there, you know? There's people that we got to know where you're just like, whoa, you know, like, man, you know, that guy wasn't kidding. He is a game hoarder, you know. But yeah, man, there's been so many things, you know, so many battles back and forth, so many live streams, right? So many different characters that I really just want that wood grain to leave it for the memories, you know. In my opinion, guys, a lot of this stuff is going to be worth money in the future, especially because I think there's not going to be that many made, especially because of the condition of the company. So, but I also know it's not for everybody, right? For me, and I know for many others, it's going to hold just a special, you know, piece in our collection because it represents really this whole period of the pandemic. You know, I could see myself being older and talking about these times, you know, and the connections that I made, you know, I can tell you, really helped me get through a lot of, you know, tough times, you know, where, you know, I was busy doing things, you know. I mean, during this period, I even caught COVID, you know, and I was entertained by watching, you know, videos about the AMICO, and it was probably the only thing that I would follow because I had hope. You know, and because I wanted to see how the company was going. I really believed in their idea when it first came out. You know, it turned out to be a big turd in the end, but when they first announced, you know, and they showed the retro reimagined and what have you, it really was, you know, something that I was looking for as a gamer of my generation. You know, I understand it's not for everybody, but for somebody of my generation, you know, something like Night Stalkers, Cloudy Mountain, absolutely, you know, absolutely things that I wanted to play. And you know, I'm a realist. I know that playing those games in this console is nowhere near the future at this point. But it's always going to have a special place because not only because of the friends I made along the way, you know, the things I got to talk about, how I was able to, you know, spend some of my spare time, you know, when we were locked up, when we couldn't do anything, you couldn't go anywhere, when everything was closed, you know, when you were fighting for toilet paper, when people were hoarding, you know, people wearing masks, I mean, everything, you know, the whole thing the whole console for me, this is going to be what, when I think of this pandemic and these last 2 years, I really am going to think about the AMICO. But I don't think it's going to be complete for me unless I have my Founders Edition, you know, and that sweet, sweet wood grain. But, you know, for those of you supporters out there, you know, don't feel so jilted. You know, sometimes things don't work out, you know. And I know people make fun of you, but when you've been that staunch on an opinion and you refuse to look at anything else, you know, at some point you gotta bend your knee and say, okay, look, we lost. I was wrong. And don't take it so seriously, man. I'm telling you, if they could document this some way, somehow, I would really, really watch that show. The Intellivision AMICO has been the best, and I mean the best, reality show in the last 2 years. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.